Wow. Mom. Mom.
Okay, so next I'd like to introduce our first speaker of the evening. And that's going to be Jerry Dixon. Speech Running for God. Running for God, Jerry Dixon.
Thank you, and good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I am here today to ask for your vote to elect me, Jerry Dixon, to the position of God. I think the incumbent has been in this position for such a long period, and now maybe it's time for a change. I know what you're all thinking. Jerry, once you become God, what will you do for me? There's going to be no favoritism, but I do have some campaign promises. One of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in all of these fault line cracks with Elmer's glue so that there'll be no more earthquakes and tsunamis. And then I'm going to mandate a speed limit on the wind so there'll be no more hurricanes and tornadoes. And when it rains, it will rain only on the grass and the plants, not on the streets and sidewalks. Although, I may have to issue an apology to the umbrella and raincoat industries. Now, folks, it doesn't take a genius to come up with these ideas and put them in place. It just takes someone with the desire and the ability to do them. And I think you can all agree that they are just not getting done. And once I have the power of the position, I'm confident that I can do them. Another thing that's always bothered me is the gross inequity of the beauty of the people of the earth. If you look around, not in here, but outside, it doesn't take long to figure out that most people look really weird. Some people are so beautiful, and some people are so not. I want everyone to be beautiful. So I'm going to start with the current generation of children and make sure that they retain their beauty throughout their lives. Now, those of you who are already adults, you're pretty much stuck with what you got. However, I do have something for you. If I'm elected, from that point on, eating too much sugar and fat and carbs will cause you to lose weight. And your body will stop aging just before you need pills just to be normal. Another thing, how great would the world be if there were no more unwanted children? I think women should have a switch that they just have to turn internally to allow them to get pregnant. And only they would know where that switch is. Now you're probably wondering, what will happen to you when you die? Well, to begin with, you can continue to believe whatever you want to believe. It's really not going to make any difference. Everybody's going to get to heaven in one fashion or another. And I have over 150 heavens planned. There'll be a heaven for people who like perfect weather. It should be very much like San Diego, actually. There'll be a mountain heaven for ski bums. A Jamaica heaven for beach bums. And for you gamblers, there's going to be a much happier Las Vegas heaven, where you can actually win. But still, no cheating. There'll be a smoker's heaven, and it'll be good for you. There'll be a romantic heaven, where everybody loves everybody. Although I have a lot of kinks to work out in that department. In the vehicle heaven, you won't have to wear seatbelts or motorcycle helmets anymore, or worry about getting hurt. In our cruise heaven, we have some amazing ships where nobody gets sick. For those of you who just like to work, what the heck is wrong with you? There'll be a golfer's heaven with a surprising number of holes in one. There'll be a family heaven where the kids always obey the parents.
Mom.
No, I'm just kidding. Even in heaven, the kids don't always obey the parents. There'll be a Toastmasters heaven, but with no dues. Whatever you like to do, there will be a heaven for you. As for now, I know you like your freedom and you're looking for ways to save money. So I'm going to discount the tithes to 7.5%. Now I'm thinking about repealing some of the commandments. I think you will like the new Dixon God administration. And I look forward to debates with my competitor. However, I want to have an agreement that there will be no negative campaigning. That could get ugly, trust me. And since I'm in San Diego, I wish I could promise you that the Chargers will win the Super Bowl, but even God has its limits. And I want to end my speech by asking each and every one of you to applaud if you would be willing to vote for Jerry Dixon for God. Mr. Toastmaster.